favorite humans, all of our favorite humans. We are back for another episode, and we're really excited today.
Yes, we have a special guest. Whoa, everybody. Special guest.
Whoa.
Everybody, rewind. Too much cocktail. Just kidding. It's like 12 p.m. All right. We have a special guest today. Her name is Lorelle. She is from Forza Fitness, and I'm really excited to talk with her today and get to know more about her business and how she started it. Say hello to everybody, Lorelle.
Hi.
So a little background about me and Lorelle. I started taking classes at Forza Fitness. It's in Sea Isle City, New Jersey, and we became fast friends. She would train me when I was no longer in Sea Isle, and now we actually do some social media work together. So that's really exciting, and we're going to ask you a couple of questions about you more personally and get to know Forza a little bit more and introduce that to our audience. And today we're going to actually talk about the topic of perspective.
Yeah, and we're really, again, her name is Lorelle, and her company is Forza Fitness in Sea Isle. And without further ado, Lorelle's able to intro herself and intro her business and really how she got it all started.
Hi, guys. Thanks again for having me on the show. I'm really honored to be with you two lady bosses.
That's right.
So my studio, my business Forza Fitness began really because of my love for athleticism and changing the body. I've been in the industry for over 10 years, and I started with just being really focused on strengthening myself, both physically, mentally, and wanted to be a better athlete and also just physically more comfortable in my clothes. And that grew into a college job where I started training people for the first time, and I thought it was fun, and I didn't think it was going to be my career, and I ended up excelling and was promoted to head trainer at a small local gym. Again, I was pretty young. I was 21. I was female in charge in a male-dominated industry, which is pretty cool.
Woo, go girl.
Woo!
Thank you. And so I just decided after a few years of starting like that I wanted to run the show, and that's how Forza began. And Forza Fitness is a location where we provide classes, group training, and personal training, and we also do it online. And that's how we started.
It's so awesome. And also, to remind everybody, it's Memorial Day weekend this weekend, so no better time to start your fitness journey than now, especially, in the world that we're living in. We still have very creative ways that we're, upping our fitness, and I'm sure Lorelle can tell you a little bit more about that later. But go ahead, Mary, you're going to say something?
So I was going to say, I've talked about it before just a little bit, but I've never really been that comfortable myself in working out because I was never athletic growing up, and going into the gym sort of situation elsewhere besides Forza, I would feel like a little bit, intimidated. And then I went to Forza when I was living in Seattle last year, and I automatically felt comfortable. I felt like it was a very, family dynamic. I felt very welcome there. So that was something that really stood out to me about Forza, and I even kept going with Lorelle. Like I said, after I moved out from Seattle, we would do FaceTime training. So you've been, doing FaceTime trainings before all of this pandemic stuff started happening.
Before the bleep hit the fan.
So we might just get right into some questions. You did answer some of the ones that I had already, but I know my sister has a couple on perspective. I'll just start with one of mine. I want to ask you, what helped mold your overall mantra of the strength matters that you put into Forza Fitness? Was it hardships, family dynamic? I know that you said you were really into athleticism when you were growing up. Was it ongoing situations? What helped that overall mantra get molded?
So good story. As I was growing up, my mom had a personal training business that she ran out of our house called Believe Inc. Okay. So I grew up thinking that everybody had one word that really characterized them. And I, obviously my mom thought hers was believe. And I couldn't find my word for the longest time. And in my 20s, when I was like kind of stepping into like the real world on my own, I realized strong was my word. And, you know, I'm Italian, so it went to Forza naturally, which means strength in Italian.
Yes.
For all my paisans out there. But, yeah, so anyway, so strong became my word. And as you hear me kind of preach already, like it's strong physically, it's strong mentally, it's strong in your soul. And that's where that word just really hit home for me. It's all encompassing. It's a lifestyle, and that's the basis around what Forza Fitness has evolved to.
I love that so much. Yeah, and if you're not Italian, I'm glad that you explained that. I was going to say, for everybody who doesn't speak Italian, that's what Forza means. But that's such a great story, and I love the whole concept of thinking of one word that defines you, or, you know, that you want to define yourself around. I think that's a really cool goal to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Mare.
Go ahead with some of your questions, Steve. She answered some of mine, so.
Oh.
Your perspective one.
So it's.
You already were on the ball, girl.
It's my turn. Okay. Well, I did want to say why we thought perspective was an important topic to have today, and it really does have to do with what's going on lately. But this Memorial Day weekend is kind of bringing back a feeling of a little bit of normalcy for, I think, a good amount of us. I know that some of us are starting to see each other in a socially distant atmosphere, so that's just been really good instead of just virtually. But I wanted to just bring the topic up because I think for all of us, all around the world, all of our perspectives have changed. Oh, that's Rosie. Don't mind her. All of our perspectives have changed because of what the world brought to us. And then when I think of fitness and my love for fitness too, Lorelle, you know that, you know, I teach and I've been teaching for over 10 years, and fitness and overall focus on wellness has helped my perspective on everything become clearer, and for me to have a stronger perspective on myself. So I love just the whole concept of fitness, and it can mean something different for everybody. It doesn't have to be the highest level of athleticism. It can be just a daily walk or a daily stretch, or just making sure your daily diet and, you know, water intake is on par. So I love the thought of perspective, and it really just resonated with me as, you know, one of my words that I love and how I define myself. So that's why I tried to really push this topic down the tracks today. And all of our discussion so far is going right down there. So going into my question for you, I think the first one I want to start with is about everything right now and how your perspective has changed as a fitness trainer, fitness owner, you know, with the world changing right now, and how that's really affected your perspective. Oh, sorry, Rosie.
Okay, that's a good question. How has it changed my perspective? I'm going to throw a curveball. I'm going to say it didn't change my perspective. It really opened up the opportunity for those who didn't value health, fitness, wellness, and taking care of themselves to now really turn into themselves to look for help in that area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's great.
So, like, you know, with you being in the fitness industry, you know, like, we're wellness. We're here to help people with their health. And so now has been the time. It's never become more crucial to turn to somebody in that industry and say, help me.
Yep, no, it's so true.
Keep me on track.
Yep.
Whatever that is. Like, I need to see you or whoever it is daily for a workout, and it might not even be about the results from the workout, but the perspective that workout's going to bring me for my body, myself, my breath, my surroundings. Like, it's all encompassing. Yeah. Not just physical anymore. And so, honestly, you know, wrapping it around. Sorry, I'm not the briefest person.
No.
But, we are neither. But yeah, like, my perspective, it hasn't changed. It's the same. Fitness, wellness, health, it's all a lifestyle. And this pandemic has given me a larger opportunity for people to turn to me because now they're valuing that more than ever.
Yeah, no, that makes so much sense. I mean, everything you just said about people's focus being, you know, more on their wellness is their own change of perspective. And it's so great that you're, you know, gaining opportunity from that. And I think a lot of wellness professionals, you know, we had to figure out how to go virtual. And like Mara said, you are already ahead of the curve on that with your FaceTime sessions, which is great. My next question is, why do you think the concept of perspective is important in your line of work? You know, why is it important for people to learn how to shift their perspective when they start working with you and just their whole perspective of themselves in your line of work?
You got to believe in what you're doing. You know, you got to believe in yourself every day to attack the day the way you want to, or else you could lose yourself so easily between your thoughts and your mindset. Like, if you don't have that on track from the beginning of waking, you could just spiral down a really bad road.
Yeah.
So keeping that perspective of where you want to go for the day, whatever that is. Maybe you're saying, my perspective today is I'm resting.
Yeah.
My mindset is about peace and softness and slowing it down today. And that's okay. Whatever you want the day to be for you, if you believe in it, you can achieve it. And right now, with having extra time or having such a curve in your schedule, it's very easy to lose your normal mindset and just be lost. And right now with the pandemic, if we could set up that perspective, that mindset for the day, your confidence, your strong thoughts, then you are on a road automatically to help yourself for the day.
Yeah, I love that. And even I was thinking too, you know, a lot of people have such, you know, negative images of themselves. We're always our own biggest enemy in how we view our bodies, or, you know, and we're always comparing ourselves to others, which is what we see a lot as fitness professionals. And I can imagine, you know, for the lots and lots of different types of people that you see, that you encounter that very often. So I think that right now we're also challenged a little bit because everything is making our eyes focus even more on all of the screens, our phones, our iPads, our TVs, and, you know, all of the trainers and, you know, really highest level athletes that we're seeing, you know, trying to help us. But sometimes that can be intimidating, back to Mara's point in the beginning of this. So I think that it would be good if you could just say like a sentence or two on like how to widen your perspective on yourself, since all of our perspectives are usually narrow about ourselves.
I think goals help, whether it's small or large, like just writing down what it is that you want to manifest, like where, you know, what's going to make you feel good today.
Yeah.
Definitely. I didn't fall asleep if anybody cares, I'm just saying.
I was going to say, Mary, are you still there? Are you sleeping?
I'm uncontrollably nodding. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I'm uncontrollably nodding to everything that everybody's saying. I didn't fall asleep. Continue, Lorelle.
Oh, I love it. Just know what it is that you want, and I think that's going to help make you feel like so much better when you're looking to achieve something, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I think also, like, you just need to remind yourself as a part of those goals that, like, these are your goals and they're not anyone else's. And, you know, if you want to mirror them after someone else's, you don't have to look like anyone else. And that even changes as you, like, advance through life. When I was 21, I looked a certain way without too much effort, and now it's a little bit more effort that needs to be put in different areas. So I think you just always have to be ready to pivot your perspective on yourself and be able to try something new. And then the very last...